Hey guys, it's Cubing, and I have two really good tricks I think you need to start using in your solves. The first one is really quick. It involves your F2L. So, this is a case that, to me, is very annoying if you don't know this alg. Usually you just do FR prime F prime R, which is fast, but the finger tricks are a little bit weird. More likely you'll be holding it like this. So, one way you could do the FR prime F prime R is by regripping and doing it like that, which is pretty slow. Come on. But the faster way to do it is using your thumb, which is still not the quickest way to do it. You could use this alg, which is very quick and you don't need to regrip for it at all. So, here it is. Hold it in front of you and do wide R, U, R prime, U prime, M. So the way to do the M move is do wide R prime R. So just like that. It's very quick and it's so easy to execute during a solve, especially in a fast solve. Like let's say you're doing this and something like that, right? It's very quick to execute. And here, let me see if I can get it in a good case, just like this. So let's say you have it like this, and it's so quick to execute. I highly recommend trying this alg, because it works from any position and you don't need to cube rotate. If you have on the left side like this, do this. It's a little bit harder to finger trick, but it doesn't take long to learn. Do wide L prime, U prime, L, U, M. So just like this. This one's a little bit weirder to execute because you'll have to do your M move with your ring finger. It's just like this. Just like that. So here it is. Let me try getting a good speed for it. Just like that. Not too difficult, but the finger tricks are a little bit more difficult, but you'll get used to it pretty quickly. It didn't take me long to actually get used to it. Now, for the back one, if you have it like this in the back, right, do this alg. Put in the back and do wide R prime, U prime, R, U, M. This is one of the most common ones and one of the quickest to execute. Wait. Come on. Just like that. Not too bad and very easy on the move count. So just like that. And the last one is, if you have it in the back left, do L, or wide L, U, L prime, U prime, M prime. Here it is. There we go. So that is every insert like that you can get, and it takes very little practice. So I'll show you all of them. Here's the one in the front right. For me, it's the quickest one. So, just like that. The one on the left. Okay. The one in the back right. And the one in the back left. Okay, so those are all the F2L inserts. Now, the second one is a little bit more, is one that quite a few people know, but not a lot of people actually use it. It is using a lot more inspection time. This is something even I don't use all the time. I have trouble with it, but I think it is a very useful step that you should really start using. So let me scramble up my cube. Okay, so the cube is scrambled, and let's get into this tip. So this is not very scrambled. So you're mainly just gonna want to be using up a lot more inspection time. Now, you might be wondering, what could I do in that time? Like, I have 15 seconds. It takes me like 5-6 seconds to plan out the cross. What could I do in that next 10 seconds? Well, you can actually plan out your first pair, or at least get it figured out around where it's going to be. So that's why I scrambled up the queue. I'm going to show you how you can quickly figure out your first pair. So I'm not going to go too in depth into it. Like, this isn't a full tutorial video, this is a tip video. So this is a pretty easy cross. I didn't make it too difficult because, well, I want to show you what you could be doing. So let's see, the first pair that I could be doing is actually the blue and orange pair. This seems like a pretty simple pair. It's already inserted there, and I should easily be able to get it set up. So I can see that I have the white and orange piece that can go here, the red piece that can go here. I can bring this into here and then solve this piece. Okay, this will actually solve this piece into its slot very easily. And then this piece in the end, let's follow it. So when I do a D prime first, I'm gonna hold like this. When I do D prime, it won't affect any of those pieces. L prime, B prime will bring it into here. And then F2 will solve this. And then if I do a D2, I don't know what that's actually gonna do. I don't think it's gonna do much. So let's follow that piece, F2, D2. It brought them next to each other and I can solve that pair. So doing that, knowing exactly how you're gonna do your cross, being able to smoothly transition into that first pair will actually probably drop your times down a few seconds. Doing that consistently, or at least in 75% of your solves, if you do that trick, now I'll do another example solve because that was a pretty easy one. But if you do this trick in at least 75% of your solves, or at most, your average could go down quite a few seconds. Like, I average 12 seconds on 3x3. If I do this trick consistently, which I actually don't, I'm pretty bad at it. I'm not terrible, I guess, but I'm not the best. I need to start using it. I'm actually trying to practice it. So if I average 12 seconds, and it drops my times down, let's say 3 seconds, my average will be 9 seconds, which is a very good average, compared to 12 seconds, which doesn't look that good. So doing this trick, well, if you average like 30 seconds, this will not affect your solves that much. But doing this, if you average like 12 seconds, you could become sub 10 in a matter of a month. Because if you practice this for a week, let's say you practice this for a week, 30 minutes a day. Or let's say you practice 30 minutes a day, you could have this mastered in a week. Probably, because 30 minutes is all you need. Like, if I normally practice like 30 minutes a day, right? And if I practice 30 minutes a day, I could become sub 10 in 2 months, probably, but I have school, so I can't practice that much. So, practice a lot, okay? Let's use this scramble next. This is not the best scramble. Let's see, so I could do a D prime, or a D, U2, F prime, L2 to solve these 3 pieces, and then D prime, R prime, D2. That's not the most efficient solution, but I'm actually paying attention to the blue and red piece. So let's follow the pieces. This piece should not be affected that much. If I am correct, this piece will end up here once this cross is solved. So if I do a U2, D, that will bring this piece, or this corner, to the back. So then, actually, so let's do that. Actually, no. So if I D, U2, F prime, L2, okay? So this, if I do that, okay, here, let me do it. And then after that, this piece is safe. I can do an F prime, L2, bringing this edge right here. And then D prime, F, R prime, F prime, D prime, okay? So let's do that. This is pretty difficult. I'm trying. Okay. F prime, L2, D prime, F, R prime, F. Actually, this piece will be right here. And then this piece will be right here. Okay, let's do it. So we did those U and D moves. Now, let's do F, R prime, L2, D prime, F, R prime, F prime, D2. Oh, I was wrong. Right place, but I was slightly off at the corner. That's where what I said in the beginning, where you need to start, or not you need to start, where it doesn't matter if you get it correct 100%, you just want to be as accurate as possible, so you at least know where the pieces are going to end up. Because I'm able to insert that F2L pair pretty quickly, even by getting it wrong. It allows your look ahead to get a lot better, being able to look for your next pair, well, because you know around where it's going to be, so you don't need to look for it as much, allowing you to look for other pairs. So those were 2 tips that you need to start using in your solves. Using these will drop your times, because if you use both of these tips and before you averaged, let's go back to 12 seconds. Using those F2L could drop your times by around 1 second or half a second, I'd say. And then using that inspection could drop your times another 2 seconds. That would be 2.5 seconds saved from your solves, giving you much better scoring competitions and really improving your look ahead and just improving your solves overall. So I hope this video is helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. And also, if you just want some tips on how to get fast track cubing in general, check out this video right here. I really hope it helps. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications to get notified every time I post. Bye guys.